A teenager is facing murder charges after allegedly shooting a man outside a Brooklyn Park shopping center. 19-year-old Marquand Tucker has been charged with second-degree murder. Police say he shot 23-year-old Ramon Blue. According to police, Blue was leaving the Brooklyn Park Trendsetter store on December 7th when Tucker opened fire. He hit Blue, who died in the hospital. Now we have a follow-up to a story we brought you in October about a General Mills employee who was diagnosed with breast cancer. Delane Cleveland has more on Stacey Caldwell, who just reached a milestone in her battle.
In this holiday season,
0-2.
It's a time to be with the ones you love.
Good game.
Even if it means
Oh yeah, really competitive.
dominating them on the pickleball court.
It's moments like these that bring me so much joy.
On a recent Friday at Pine Scent Paddle in Maple Grove,
I'm taking time off today.
Stacey Caldwell gathered some of her close friends together for a celebration.
The shirts.
A party that was 18 weeks in the making.
18 weeks is a lot, but exercising and eating well, and I think that has done really wonders for me.
Just 4 days earlier, we joined Caldwell at M Health Fairview Cancer Center in Edina for her final chemotherapy treatment.
With metastatic breast cancer, treatments don't end, but with chemo, it does end, and it's important for me to celebrate these milestones.
Every Monday for 18 weeks, she's had to sit here while a cancer drug was pumped into her bloodstream. And during most of those visits,
she's been amazing.
Her mom, Lori, has been right by her side.
I'm there for her, no matter what the day brings.
The staff members here have also played a pivotal role in helping Caldwell through these 18 weeks. As a token of her appreciation,
I made these bracelets. I can give you one.
She made thank you bracelets for everyone here. A small gesture on an otherwise big day.
I don't think chemo is as bad as people make it out to seem. If you've got the strength that you can get through anything.
That strength was on full display later in the week as she played pickleball with the energy and exuberance of someone who was, as her shirt says, straight out of chemo.
Just being around the people that mean the most to me is all I can ask for.
Yet while this stage of her journey has come to a close, another is just beginning. When stage 4 cancer is involved, the news won't always be positive, as she discovered during a visit with her doctor on December 18th.
There was progression in my bones and my breast and my liver. The progression does mean that the treatment isn't working fully anymore, so I do have to switch treatment plans.
It's not the news she was hoping for, especially right after finishing her chemo.
The road ahead is going to be a bumpy one.
Bumpy or not, she'll continue to summon her strength as she transitions to this next chapter, all the while collecting beautiful moments with her loved ones by her side.
There's hope. There's still hope, and there's still life that's to be lived. There are some lows, but the lows don't last, and you just have to take every moment as your last and live for today.
Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
It's a bonding year, which means legislators will be working on bonding bill requests this next legislative session. In today's Newsmakers, we spoke with Senator Bonnie Westlin from Plymouth about her bonding bill, as well as another bill she's working on.
So I will be carrying a bonding bill for the city of Plymouth. They're asking for $26 million this year, and all of that's tied into that city center revitalization project. So that'll be walkability, pedestrians, kind of development of housing, transit, and so forth. So that's an important bill for us.
Yeah, and it's been a big project they've been working on for a while.
They're making a lot of progress. It's looking good.
All right, very good. Another bill that was introduced last session, the Cardiac Emergency Response Plan for Schools. Tell us what this is and why you're passionate about it.
Certainly. So last year, the original bill would have required schools and funded schools to have a Cardiac Emergency Response Plan. We call them CERP for short. And basically, we know that around 23,000 kids every single year are having a cardiac event of some sort outside of a hospital setting. And about 40% of those are happening related to sporting or athletic events. This would require schools to have a plan in place and AEDs, which are those automated external defibrillators,
Very good.
at various locations that are in close proximity and would be easily accessible. So last year we didn't quite get that over the finish line. The Minnesota Department of Education is developing SERP plans, and then schools can adopt them if they choose to. This year I'm going to carry the bill again, and we're going to try to get the funding to make sure that we require schools to actually develop and adopt the plans in their schools.
Because you need that AED close
Right.
by when something happens, not across campus.
Right, and I think the statistics are something like the survival rates more than double when someone immediately calls 911, they start CPR, and they use an AED. That absolutely increases the chances and the likelihood of surviving a cardiac event.
All right. Is there a lot of opposition to this? It seems pretty much like it would be a no-brainer.
I don't think there's opposition, and I don't think there was last year either, but this was kind of a supplemental budget, and it sort of fell by the wayside. So we're hoping to get a little bit of funding this year. I think it's scalable, so I think we could try to get this in schools going forward and try to find some funding mechanisms for that.
All right. I know you guys have a slim majority going into the session. Are you excited to get back to work? What are you thinking?
I am absolutely excited to get back to work. It will be interesting. We have not had a power sharing arrangement like this for 50 years. I know that each of the committees in the House are going to have co-chairs, and I believe the gavel will go back and forth from committee meeting to committee meeting. It absolutely means we should work in a bipartisan way, which we should anyway. But I'm optimistic that we will get a budget done and hopefully get some bonding done.
All right. Well, we'll be watching. Senator Bonnie Westlin, thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you so much.
After a big win over Centennial last week, the Maple Grove boys hockey team holds a 5-4 record. The Crimson are looking forward to a tough challenge later this week as they host the premier Holiday Classic hockey tournament. Chaz Moots has more.
9 games into the season, and the Maple Grove boys hockey team feels good with where they're at.
We're excited. We got a young group of guys, but we got some talent. And those young guys, they bring some heart and some intensity.
We've started picking it up. The younger guys are getting the games under their belts and starting to be more confident. And I think everyone's just feeling more confident coming into this break.
The Crimson have 15 players on their roster that are non-seniors and had 5 players out due to injury to start the season.
It was a rough first week.
But they're starting to get healthy and finding their identity as a team.
Outworking the opponents. Getting that puck deep and just going to work. That's where we've had our most success, and I think if we continue to do that, we'll be in good shape here.
We're a fast team. We're going to get on you and put some pressure on you. A lot of the younger guys are bringing that, so we're really excited to have that, as part of our lineup and part of our identity.
Maple Grove got their first win of the season over Wayzata in the Turkey Trot tournament.
Rebound is in!
Since then, they've picked up 4 more wins, including a 2-1 road victory at Grand Rapids and a 4-1 win at Centennial.
We're finding our rhythm, we're finding each other, and we're blending together, and it's becoming a good thing for us.
Later this week, the Crimson will host the Premier Holiday Classic in the Grove, one of the top holiday tournaments in the state, with MG facing off against 3 solid hockey programs in 3 days.
We got Holy Family, Chanhassen, and Benilde coming up, and I think if we just keep playing our play and our style of hockey, I think good things are going to happen, and it'll definitely be a good test for us.
We want to win on home ice, and we want to protect this, but obviously it's a big deal having it at home, and we're really excited for that tournament. It's going to be a big test.
The Crimson will open up the Premier Holiday Classic on Thursday night against Holy Family. In Maple Grove, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
One of the first girls' holiday hockey tournaments in the area has endured since the 1990s. G. Wilcox has more on the Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic.
It's been a holiday staple since long before these girls were born. The 29th annual Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic runs Thursday through Saturday at New Hope Arena.
It's definitely one of our favorite parts of the year. Everybody tries to, do our best to get ready for it. It's a really great team bonding experience, and a lot of the younger girls get to come watch us, and we get to kind of set the scene for what's to come.
It's definitely one of my favorite parts of the year. I know all of our team enjoys it. It's a lot of fun. We get to help out with running it too, which is definitely another fun part of it as well.
We basically work towards this every year. We spend the whole season kind of leading up to it, so it's always a good time when it comes around.
The tournament is, of course, first and foremost about hockey, but being at home around the holidays also makes it a family thing and something to feel connected to the AC players past and present.
Definitely. For the youths especially, coming to watch us play at their home rink it's something for them to look forward to as well as for us to play in.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of our past teammates are going to come, a lot of people from out of state, and it's just really good to come see some of our teammates come back and watch us play, and it kind of inspires us a little bit to, really show them how we've been working.
My older sister played, and I loved going to it. It felt like winter to me, and it was so fun around the holidays too.
It hasn't been a great season win-loss-wise so far for the Wings, who are 1-13 after graduating some key players from last year. But the girls do see progress and hope to compete well this week.
I think we're so close. It's like if one thing clicks for us, we're going to start winning the games. Most of our games have been like 1-goal games, 2-goal games. It's just one thing needs to click and then we'll be good.
8 teams hit the ice Thursday in New Hope for the Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
You can watch live coverage of the first night of the tournament Thursday here on CCX as Osseo Park Center faces Fergus Falls at 5 o'clock, followed by Armstrong Cooper versus Hastings at about 7:15. Thanks for watching CCX Sports and have a Merry Christmas. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.